Hi, I'm Denver. I'm building a business. And to be honest, it's not where I thought it would be by now. I've done things that have worked, I've done things that haven't. But recently, I launched a collection that I thought would do better than what it did. Instead of jumping straight to tactics on what I need to change in the business, and I started asking myself a different question. What is it that I need in me, myself, as an entrepreneur, to be able to take this to the next stage? And that got me thinking about what is it that we need to build and carry on building even when things are not working. And to answer that question, let me take you to my whiteboard. Fourth time lucky. Let's give it a go again. So these are the things I had to kind of ask myself again, separating hustle and business side of things, because business side of things could be going well, but if the hustler side of things are struggling, because I find most of this can also be affected by personal life or anything like that. So these are certain things, almost like a checklist of what I come back and look at and think, okay, cool. Is this still there or is that still not there? Sometimes you don't even have to actually think about it. It's just something that you can see yourself. So I break it down into ambition, resilience, let's leave delusion for now, discipline, patience, courage, faith, and vision. I think every entrepreneur, anyone that even in sports person, they always have to have some of these qualities. So ambition is because I had to ask myself, is encrypted, is that something that I want to do as a hobby, or is it something that I want to do and change my life around it? For me, it's a lifetime thing, something I want to do for the next however many years I can do it for. Some things you might love them enough that it could just be a hobby. You can make money on the side, or if it's something that you want to just do as you enjoy it. But for me, it was really a lifetime thing. I want to do this for the rest of my life if I can. So that's also something that you have to ask yourself as an entrepreneur. There's two lanes. It's either a lifetime or a hobby. These are the same questions that you have to ask yourself when the business is not working. Could it be that it's a hobby and you're not putting in enough time into it? The next thing is discipline. I'll just break it down to showing up. And this is something I had to almost learn from the gym and everything like that, because there's days I don't want to go to the gym. Like yesterday, I didn't want to go to the gym because it was too early, I was tired and whatnot. But you end up going to the gym and that's the best session you probably have had for the last 3-4 weeks. So it really is about just showing up. Whether the business is doing well or it's not doing well, you just have to carry on showing up. That's an important one. Very, very important, because that goes with everything else in your life. If you're not disciplined enough, it's not really going to work out. The next bit for me, patience, which is a bit of a hard one, because how I break down patience is staying in belief of whatever you're doing long enough that reality catches up. Gee, that was a bad why. So you're almost staying in belief for so long until reality catches up. So that's how I break down patience. You have to just stay in there and be patient for as long as you can. And before you know it, the reality will catch up. But if you're not patient enough, it will never happen. It just won't happen. And to tie that one down is courage, or like I put there, heart. The reason why courage is so important is because you're almost continuing chasing when the evidence completely says no, and the evidence is saying it's not working. So you have to have heart for it, whatever it is that you're doing, to keep chasing. So you're almost chasing when all the evidence is saying it's not working, it's not working, it's not working. So you have to have the courage to keep going towards it. Resilience. I'll use the one that just dropped now, silent work, for resilience, because all the customers that I've bought from us love the product. They love the product. They think it's probably cheaper than it should be. So quality and the product is not a problem. What the problem is people not being able to justify the price until they touch the product. So how are we going to go and face that? You're going to have to try to find them in person. So pop-ups. So what resilience is basically when one path fails, you try to find another way to get to your goal. So for us right now, pop-ups. It's worked before, and I believe it will work again. So you almost have to have that resilience. When one path fails, then another path has to open up, or you have to find another path. Because some people, they might find it hard to showcase what they have online, but in person, people buy into the product, or they buy into the story, or they buy into you as a hustler, because it always goes back down to you. So that's very much an important one. Keep maneuvering, keep changing things, keep changing. And I'm not even talking about changing your logos or anything. This is just literally changing the path of how the customers are receiving your product. And this one is, for me, important. You almost have to have scary goals and be delusional. You have to have delusion, because for me to sit here and be like, Encrypted is going to be $1 billion company, that's very delusional. But if it works, everyone's going to be like, oh, wow, he believed in himself. But no, it was just a delusion that actually ended up paying off. So you have to have delusion. You have to be delusional in everything that you believe in. If you believe in it, be delusional. Your goals have to scare you a bit. Because if I fail from making it $1 billion company and I land on 100 million, 80 million, that's still a big win. But you have to be delusional. Think of the scariest of scariest dreams and try to make it happen. For all this to happen, you have to have faith and vision. Faith is just the belief that it will work out. Almost like the patience, but in a different manner. Because for you to have had that vision to start whatever you have started, you need the faith that it's going to work. So these two go in together, but they tie in everything else together. Because if you don't have faith that it's going to work, how is anyone else going to believe that your business is going to work? You're going to have employees. How are they going to believe that it's going to work if you don't believe that it's going to work? So it's a very important thing of you still having faith and vision when it's not working. When it's not working, the vision stays the same. You have that vision for a reason. So for me, I believe in God. So I always have to pray about the vision. There's a reason why I started what I started. A reason bigger than me that I might not even ever find out why it came to me. But that vision only comes to you. Only comes to you. So without vision, you don't know which way you're going to be going. So you have to have the vision. The vision of going from, for example, for us, going from just a gym wear to a premium. That's a vision for me. And I have to have faith that it will work. And then all these are going to basically help that. And then you can go from building your brand from £1 to 10K. This is what I'm going to try and document for the next couple of weeks, how we're going to be able to try and go from here to here. We've already done first sales, that's not a problem. But how do we go from here to here? How do we make it a regular thing? It's just basically going out there and then hopefully tie in all these together. And like I said, this is nothing to do with the business. This is a personal thing that you need to have, in my opinion, as a hustler, entrepreneur. This is what you need to have. Screenshot it, save it. I'm not a business guru, by the way. This is just how I see what I've experienced or what I think. So try and apply this to whatever you are doing. Try and bring this towards whatever you are doing and see if it works. And the journey is really just about trying to rebuild the brand and rebuild the channel or whatever it is. I kind of need all of these. And hopefully there's someone else out there that probably was in the same position that just needed the little nudge. Right, so subscribe. I don't really know how it's going to play out in terms of trying to rebuild the business or whatever. But what I do know is if I keep compounding on these traits, then the business definitely has a chance. So this is also something for you that you can think about. That was just me writing it out, almost writing it out for myself, but also writing it out for you. So these are things that I need to keep compounding. And if I keep compounding them enough, then the business definitely has a chance. So thank you for watching. If you've watched long enough to be here now, appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next one. And on the back burner, I'm going to be trying to document from the 1 to the 10K. And hopefully that's kind of something that you guys will enjoy. I kind of enjoyed filming that actually. And hopefully you enjoyed it too. So give a like, share it, and comment down below what you think about this style of videos, because it's completely different. This is completely different from what I used to film. And the craziest thing is, I'm not trying to make the channel a business channel. I don't know anything about business. I'm trying to learn about business and almost just thinking out loud. And I know me personally, the way I've learned is from other people thinking out loud. So hopefully there's also someone struggling or being in the same position that might look at this and think, okay, it's not as bad as I think. Just compound on these. The business side of things should be able to come up as you're going up with these traits too. So yeah, subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.